at the time, we couldn't say a damn thing because you didn't say, this is what happened. We cannot go and say, well, he raped him, and then how you know, did you ask your boy, and he will say, he's not saying nothing. This is how I remember that. And then it was flip-flopping. There was a school psychologist involved in it, and then it came up, something happened. And Mom didn't want me talking to you because I was huffy and I would scare you and da 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 da. And what happened was she was handling that, and she would tell me things. I don't know if she told me everything or not, but the bottom line was okay. I said, what will happen? I mean, as legal proceeding, for the rape. And she was saying, well, I'm leaving it to the psychologist. And, I got huffy and, it was just like, I'm telling you, that's why I better not tell you nothing because you're going off. And this is progress over the years, this is not days or nothing like that. But when it happened, when we find out, and I find out from Mom what she told me, there was, as when it come to us, we couldn't do a damn thing because you didn't say, if you would say, well, he done this or this to me, you didn't want to talk, you didn't want to say nothing. And I know that.
Yeah. So.
And you have 3 reasons, you were shame or whatever, but I then think when it comes to legality, we cannot go and say, oh, this happened, and then they will question, then they will question you, and you will say nothing, and what with it?
Yeah, so I've got a question. When I was first spending the night over at the kid's house, did I come over to the house and ring on the doorbell a lot because the front door was locked? Yeah. Because I remember being marched back across the street to apologize to the kid for leaving his sleepover early.
That's impossible.
Yep. I had my Star Wars sleeping bag. I had to go downstairs and get it while him and the mother were looking at me, talking shit. And it's because that happened that I shut up about it, because I was treated like an asshole because something that I didn't like happened to me.
I will tell you something, this is so many years ago, but this is absolutely, when I find out, and the first impressions and everything is what I'm telling you, and this is the truth. This is how it came out. Later on, you apparently told the school psychologist something happened there. The thing is, when I asked Mom, I said, well, something happened. What happened? Well, they are not saying. So they told her something happened, but they were not specific, I don't know if you told your mom or not. I know you didn't tell me in entire episode, living together, you never came to me and said, this is what happened. But the thing is, when I find out, and that he couldn't come to our house just once, I felt sorry for him because it was cold as shit. And he was waiting for somebody to come home. So I told him, I sent you to your room and he could watch the TV.
Yeah, so you sent me to my room and he could watch the TV, okay.
He couldn't step in the house or nothing. That was one exception I made. And I will tell you something, even the time I wasn't sure what happened. If I would know what I know now, I would say fuck you. But this is how things, how I remember things. And I think if you would set from beginning, so there is no, I personally, if you would tell me this is what happened, I couldn't care less how mama was with psychologists and things are done, no, I would do it my way. But I couldn't because I didn't know. And I know I cannot march somewhere, say something, then they will ask you and you did.
In all fairness, how many 5-year-olds know the word rape?
No.
Yeah.
Right? And I told you, I know you were 5, and I told you, of course, you were ashamed and everything, and you didn't understand things, and you wouldn't say, and I'm not blaming you for that, because you were a little boy. I'm talking about as the father to react on whole the situation. What I'm saying, I'm not blaming you for nothing. It's just, if you would say, I would absolutely and definitely, act differently. But then with you, I guess there were times, and then when I beat you up in the basement, and then you came from Rivendell. From that point on, I was totally shut off from everything what was happening, because any negative would be disagreement what's happening, and I don't agree with that, how you acting or something would be taken, as a negative. I am the negative force in the house, and I would go.
Yeah, well, I mean, there was...
very good. They've been going there every 5 weeks. They've been going there.
I don't recall ever seeing anybody. Actually, I take that back. I remember one time somebody came to the house, and she did not go in, and I had to stand by the mailbox while she talked to you and Kathy. It was on the driveway.
No, hell. She was there, I will tell you, probably at least 4 or 5 times.
And was I there? Because if I wasn't there...
No.
So I was not there.
No. She wouldn't talk to you. She wouldn't talk to you when she came in. She wanted to talk to me, and she wanted to be one-on-one.
Yeah, and don't you think it's weird that a Child Protective Services investigator never talked to the child?
No, I mean because they were not interested in you. They were interested in me, so I wouldn't hurt you.
Yeah.
This lady who was coming there, who was there about 5, 6 times, she was coming because of me, how I am behaving, so, and how, and obviously Mama was with her on phone, because I know once she came, and she says, when you get home, don't go nowhere, the lady is coming. Otherwise, the lady came, and I mean, it was not like, she would say, well, I'm coming or something. She would just show up. She knew I'm working, late, because I was coming, like around 6:30. And she would come late, like 7 o'clock, and I don't know how come you didn't see her, because I think you had to be home by the time 7 o'clock.
Well, I mean,
She was sort of very light hair, I would say, in her 50s, sort of big tits woman.
Yeah, but was I in jail? That would explain a lot.
See, I don't remember those things.
You know.
It's hard. You know, could be because you spend the summer in. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got like 3 minutes before I have to go.
Okay, no, I'm just checking. So because we're talking, and so you will miss the bus.
Yeah. No, I mean, the thing that frustrates me the most is that, Mom actually wrote a letter to the judge, the prosecuting attorney, and the probation officer, not to my public defender, but she brought up the sexual assault, she called it, and nobody did anything. Nobody asked me one question about that ever.
Well, the thing was, most likely the death of the boy was cop, and he was sort of, he started some sort of, what you call it, program, which was adopted by the city and everything, so maybe he could have some.
Well, do you know the family's name?
No, I don't.
But he was a cop.
The kid's father, yeah.
Yeah, okay, I didn't know that.
He was a policeman. He was a policeman, and he start some program which was adopted by the city.
Like,
and
what kind of program?
I don't know. It was something about kids. And actually, his son, because he was somewhere on some doings, and then the city was giving his father some sort of plaque or something like that. He was there taking it for him.
The kid?
The kid, yeah.
Okay. And we're talking about the kid that did whatever to me?
Yeah, cross street, yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, I think I got everything I need to talk about today.
And this is for me. It's still, I'm like you. Why nothing was done? Because I will tell you something. Let's say if I or mother would say, well, nothing happened, who knows, and we were trying to hush it up.
You were trying to?
No.
No?
I say if we would trying to hush it up, by the law they cannot do it. They have to proceed.
Yeah.
If you said something like that, because I remember when this started going on, you didn't want to, you didn't want to, and you have your own reasons. I'm not blaming for that.
All right. Well, I gotta go. All right, I'll see you.
All right, take care, Franco. I'm surprised you didn't know that.
Nobody told me shit.
The kid's father was a policeman.
Nobody told me shit. And that's also one of the reasons I'm so pissed about, not having access to the courts. You're supposed to have 2 years. Statute of limitations starts fully when you're a minor.
So it starts at this minor's 20th birthday. So up until 2002, my record should have been kept. So I could gain access to them and deal with the situation. I've never been allowed to file a petition in the court, I was denied the ability to even investigate this and take the documentation to somebody and say, this is what happened.
Well, I will tell you something. Maybe even the psychologist did some computation just reading stuff.
Yeah, well, it's Nebraska, Boys Town was, Jesus Christ, they were using the children there for some sex ring or some bullshit like that in the early 80s. But anyway, I got a question. Do you have 50 crown, 55 crown?